Okay, I'm recording a quick video to show off my camper shell setup that I have for travel camping in the back of my truck. This is a 1999 Ford F-150. Parked kind of close to this branch here, but yeah, XL. Standard cab, standard bed. The bed is 6.5 feet in length, I believe. I got that camper shell, it's an A.R.E. online, Craigslist, $300, great purchase. And go ahead and show you the back here. So, get this lifted up. Here is the setup. Drop the tailgate here too. So what it was is I wanted to set up a the back of my truck for sleeping in. I was traveling one night and stopped at a hotel, and it was just one of those chain hotels, but they wanted, you know, like $75 for just like to catch a couple hours of sleep, and I was just exhausted traveling, wasn't at my destination, was just trying to not to, you know, drive off the road. And yeah, I thought about this. I had seen some setups for people who were dirt bagging, you know, basically camping in state parks, mountain climbing, that kind of thing, and I thought most of those setups were really rudimentary and terrible. I've been using this one for about 2 years, and it's worked pretty well. As you can see, I got some just a stain there, and the carpet's coming up at one point here, but this was some end-of-run carpet I got from a local carpet outlet, and works pretty well. Just use adhesive to attach it in. It insulates pretty well. As you can see, I have it up down the sides of the bed. Yeah, not too bad. Just to show off some of the amenities here. First off, this is for clothes storage. Yeah, this is just socks and boxers, undershirts, things like that. I can fit 3 of these tubs down here, as you can see. Let me just try to get these out here. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Here comes the second one. This one's t-shirts, what have you. And all the way back there I have a third one. Now what I have done is, you can see I have this cord here. Just pull that, and this comes out. And here's just like towels, and I think I have a swimsuit in there. I thought about rigging up some sort of sliding track and making a drawer, but that really didn't seem to be necessary. This works just fine, as you can see. Just twine. And I have a camp chair back there. I'm not going to pull that out, but that's also there. So yeah, you can fit a decent amount of storage underneath here pretty easily, nicely accessible, and it all tucks away. This bin here, these 2 bins rather, are for doing dishes. You know, scrub brush, sponge, Dawn. You know, just have one for clean water, one for soapy water. Speaking of water, the water tank I use is right here. I think I bought this at Walmart for like $7 or so. Just have it bungeed down, as you can see. Pretty sturdy, right under the countertop. It does not go anywhere. Pretty solid. This right next to it is my camp stove, which is also bungeed right here, so I can take that out and go tailgating. Probably needs to be cleaned. Yeah, it definitely needs to be cleaned, but the setup is not bad. Just a little propane stove. Ozark Trail brand. I'll probably upgrade eventually to a Coleman or something decent, but so far no problems. I've been using it for about 2 years. Can't really complain, and as you can see, it is really an economical use of space. It stores very easily. Speaking of the propane, let me climb up here and show you. These are my storage bins, and I just got these plastic bins at, I think, Target, and I literally just bolted them from underneath to the countertop. And once again, provides a lot of storage. I keep bungee straps across so that these things won't come open during transit, but let me take this one off here, and here is propane, and here's cookware. I have a small saucepan and a frying pan, also a cutting board, like some, storage stuff. It fits very well. I got room for more, but a lot. That cook setup works pretty well. Let's get into the truck here and show you some of the amenities inside here. I'm trying to remember what's in this one. Let's see. Oh yeah, forks, knives, various things you need. Can opener, slotted spoon, basting brush, little whisk, scrambled eggs. There's a rubber spatula. Here's another one. Blowtorch. Tall, is great, things like that. The blowtorch, of course, works good for lighting the campsite, but also for just making sure something is cooked on top. This is just some lighting stuff. Get this out of the way as well. Let's see what's here. Just various amenities here as well. A little first aid kit, flashlight, Kleenex, various stuff, zip ties there, rubber bands, things that come in handy, that sort of thing. I keep storage up here. Right now it's pretty empty, but usually a few cans of foods and what have you. Ziploc bags and stuff always come in handy. There is a water bottle up here, and of course I have a cup there. Keep this place cool via a camp fan. This is something I got from a truck stop. It's a little bit dark in here, but as you can see, basically DC power, 12 volt right here. Plugs in. And that works pretty well to cool the interior. It oscillates, but I have it oscillating setting off. The battery is underneath here. I don't know if you can see it right now. It's kind of dark. A little too dark to see. But the battery is in the back corner here underneath this little end table I built in. And it is wired to the front of the truck. I have a solenoid which connects it to the other battery. The advantage of that system is that I can basically run this battery back here dead, and it won't drain the battery up front. But then when I run the truck, the alternator charges both batteries. So all I have to do is run the truck for about 20 minutes or so, and this battery will be charged again. It's pretty fantastic. And I don't use a lot of power here. Basically just this fan, and occasionally I charge some electronics. Speaking of which, let's out the way here. Here's my coffee setup. This is a espresso maker, nothing fancy. Pretty simple actually. It's just used to obviously make espresso. I have back here, I keep a 12 volt splitter, so if I need to run two things at once I can do that. And then there's just a coffee cup in there as well, which has that tapered bottom, so I can put it in my cup holder up in the front of the truck. This is the bed. It's a single mattress, 2 pillows, nothing fancy. No box spring, just sits on a pallet that I built. Pretty comfortable actually. For colder climes, I have a sleeping bag here, and then something my brother got me, which was a sleeping bag liner. Gives you an extra 10 or 15 degrees of warmth. It is pretty fantastic. Don't need to use that very often, but if you look at that, you see it stores well, so no problem there. As for the privacy curtains, these are just simply pillowcases. What I did here was, I'll show you, is I basically mounted the bracket directly to the window garnish, and then I put a curtain rod and just cut the pillowcases so that they would slide and give privacy. This is the turnbuckle setup that I added as well. This keeps the curtains close to the window, because otherwise, I'll slide out here and show you, if I didn't have them that way, they would hang straight down. But rather than hanging straight down, they hang close to the window because of this little turnbuckle, which is really nice. On the other side, I did the same thing, except I didn't feed the pillowcases through. I just sort of tucked them behind, because you're less likely to disturb them on this side, because on this side there's not a body sleeping up against this window, whereas there is right here. So as you can see, it's more important that the pillowcases / curtains stay in position. This right here is simply a collapsible laundry basket. Right now, all my clothes are clean, but it's nice to be able to, let me pop this up here, have some place to put dirty clothes. And I'll often just keep this in the driver's seat, or the passenger seat rather, up in the cab. But when I have no laundry to do, it stores out of the way pretty nicely. So there's that right there. And as for the storage up here, storage is pretty simple. These are just little baskets I got at, I believe, Home Depot. And I drilled a bracket right here and attached it. I'll go outside the truck and show you. Basically, yeah, this is a little cap here. Hold on, pull it open right there. So as you can see, it's got a grommet in there so it doesn't leak, and pop that down. Nice and presentable. Yeah, got the sheets a little disturbed here. I sat on the bed. It's not neat and tidy anymore, but more or less this is the setup, and it works great. Show one last thing before I'm done with this video here. Early on I realized that one of the problems I was going to have was that I can't really easily lock this from the inside. It is, once again, it's dark in here, but as you might be able to see, there's a handle here. The handle has no lock on it. So anybody could just come and open the back of the camper shell up. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see this down here, but I rigged up a little length of chain along with a carabiner, so you can see right here. Just attaches down there. Let me open this up so you can see, get some light in here. There it is. That's all it is, right there. And I just hook this end onto the handle. And when I do that, once again, it's going to be dark. So there we go. Can't see it, but as I try to open it, it won't open now. So this is a way that I can lock myself in the truck for privacy. So I just unhook it, throw it down there, and it opens back up. So there's a couple things I want to do with this. I've been using this for a while. I need to obviously fix this. There needs to be some more adhesive added in there. The other thing I want to do, which is a project which I'm going to undertake soon, is I decided, for purposes of moisture control, to stain these surfaces here, but I have not stained this yet. The pallet the bed sits on is still the original unstained wood. So this is what I'm going to do next, is stain this wood. And speaking of moisture control, don't have a lot of problems with moisture in the truck, but one thing I do to keep that down and eliminate it is this right here. I have these little places here underneath where I can store stuff, and on one of them I keep some damp red, which is a moisture attraction system. And what it does is it basically absorbs moisture through these crystals that sit inside. Right now the container is empty, but I'm going to get a refill, and what that will do is that will make sure that I don't have any mold or mildew problems in here. There's a little trash can as well. But yeah, this is basically it. So yeah, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this setup. Keep messing with the bed because I'm sitting on it, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.